You say hi?
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, Sherry. I see you sneaking in there.
Yes, I got Sunny up there for just a second. So,
And that was Scott's wonderful kitty, Sunny. And we have Scott with us today from Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot.
no, thanks for having me, Deb.
Well, thank you for being here. Um, while we're waiting for the notification to pop up, uh, let's just, do you have anything that you're doing this week or next week that you'd like to talk about being a guest someplace or doing a special show on your channel?
I'm just going to be doing my regular readings right now. I don't have anything set up with anybody else, I don't believe, right at the moment. So, yeah, I'm working on some stuff, though. But I go live on what I'm trying to do is have a regular schedule where I'm going at 11 p.m., 11 a.m. on Saturdays, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then have Sundays at 9. So that's what I'm going for right now. We'll see if that works.
So we'll keep an eye out for that. Um, okay.
It's a little cat tail here. We were just
Viviani
talking
just
about the
came in.
cats. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about.
No, we were just talking about the cats running across. Mine's right here. If you can see his tail wagging.
Mine may show up at some point. He usually likes to be on camera. He's kind of a diva. Oh, it's been really hot.
Right.
Are you coping with that with your little one and
Yeah. As long as the air conditioner doesn't break, I'm doing great.
So that's me.
Yeah.
I'm in the air conditioning.
Yep. So yeah, see, there's a lot of people in chat already.
We already have 5 in chat, I think.
Awesome.
Sherry H is saying my kitten loves to sit in front of the monitor and swat at anything that moves.
Mine does that too. Hey, Sherry.
Mine does too.
And Jackie's here.
Jackie's here. She is. Juno is here. Juno Sphere.
Hey, Juno.
Nancy, a Crone's Intuition. Viviani. And Jackie.
Awesome.
Sherry H.
Yes.
Someone. There's Gerald. Hello, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald.
Good to see you.
I'm telling you, he's everywhere. Come here, baby. For those of you just coming in, how do you say hello, kitty? Hello, kitty.
Sonny, he looks so much happier and healthier than he did when he first came to you. He was a little.
Yeah, he eats like crazy. In fact, I could probably put him in his bowl and he would be fine for a few minutes here. Yeah. You showed me your dog and it was so precious. You had for what, 2 weeks?
He's napping right now. So when he comes back, I will. He'll come back and want to be. Hi, Angela. Good to see you. Angela. Well, I haven't seen the notification yet, but maybe it already.
It could have already popped. Jackie did that pop. There's no there. Someone else is here. Oh, Cartomancy is here.
Yes, she is.
Is that when you said Angela?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought because there's 2 Angelas. There's a Singing Moon Angela as well. That's who I thought you were talking about.
So, yeah, she usually goes by Cartomancy Mesquite because, like her, or like me, she has a common name. So.
Yep. And I think I told you I have a sister named Debbie, and my last name is Harrison. She used to be Debbie H, and she married a Harrington, so she's still.
So
Debbie
she's
H.
still, yes.
She's never gone by Deb though. It's always been Debbie.
So, in my family, the women call me Debbie, the men call me Deb, and my
Oh,
mother called me Deborah. So that's,
right, right.
that's the. So I thought Deb would be a good shortened version to use. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And we've
so
got a bunch of people saying the notification just popped, so that's
yes,
awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you,
Gerald
Cardo.
and Cardamancy both said that the notification. So I wonder. That's interesting because I didn't get a notification.
I know, right? I didn't either. It's not my channel, and I didn't get one. When it's on my channel, I don't get one. But yeah,
Gerald's asking if Sunny has calmed down any.
it depends on what time of the day it is. He can go from 0 to 100 in about 5 seconds. So he'd be laying here asleep, and then just out of it, and all of a sudden I'll look down, and he's literally halfway off the wall. So yeah, it keeps me on my toes. I wouldn't trade him for anything. So
Yeah,
just
they're sweet
yeah.
at that age. When they get a little older and start slapping you for real, that's
Oh, he slaps me. He slaps me all
so,
the time to try to get my attention. He wants me to play with him. He's smart. He'll come right over if I am ignoring him or doing something else, and reach up his paw and bam, and then he'll go to his toys. I mean, it's that smart. He's a smart kitty.
Deanne is here.
Hey, Deanne, sip sip.
So,
Whenever Deanne comes in, we have to do a sip sip. So
okay, I'll do one to you.
here we go.
Oh, Gerald's asking, is Sunny seeing anything that you can't see? My cat sees things I can't see all the time.
Not yet that I'm aware of, except for I think that he's seen my mom a couple times because when he first came, he he sleeps with me sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't. He has all kinds of sleeping areas. His first two sleeping areas were my mom's chair up on top, and then the second one he laid on her coat and wouldn't get off. And so I believe that he
She's
is
been
able to see a part of her spirit because she's here. She's everywhere here. This was her home.
My cat sees my previous dogs. So there was I had one living dog when
Wow.
he came to live with me, but I
Right.
had another one that had already passed, and he saw that dog almost immediately.
Wow.
And now that the other one's gone, they will run through the house. And he's obviously playing with something that I can't see. Hi, Teresa. Hugs back at you, girl.
Hey, Teresa.
And I can't see anything, but he's obviously playing with something.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of fun to watch. And so now with the new dog, they've both been playing
Right.
with something that's not there.
That's
So
interesting. I've never thought about that, Deb, because there have been times when I'll get his toys out and stuff, and he'll play with the toy, but then he just leaves the toy and he'll just start jumping up in the air. I'm like, what are you doing, kiddo? I mean, go for it, but he'll do somersaults in the air like he's playing with someone. So yeah, that might be
he
be
might
something.
be. Yeah, that Jerry says her kitten wants to play with the dogs, but the dogs are terrified of her.
That's funny. Yeah. That's funny. Sometimes the bigger the dog, the more scared they are of the kittens and the cats.
Yes. It's funny that it's that way because the dog that I have now is smaller than the cat.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And so he's starting to learn to not give in to the bluff, because cats make themselves real big and they bounce
Yeah.
and then he goes right up to him and kind of slaps at him. But the dog has figured out that's a bluff. So he
Right.
turns
Yeah.
around and he does the same thing. It's funny that he'll turn around and it's like they're boxing.
Yeah. That's good that he's got company then.
Yes. Cats do have knives at their fingertips, Nancy.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I've got the scars not scars, but the cuts to prove it.
Mhm.
When he
They
wants to
do.
get up and he feels like he's not going to get up here on my lap the right way. He'll put his claws up so that he sinks in, and that's my skin. So that's nice. But
Yes, and he will figure that out. He will figure that out, that that's your
well, I go,
skin.
ow, and I can't help it. I'm not yelling at him. It's like, ow,
He will
don't do
figure
that.
out that that hurts, and he'll
Yeah,
stop. He'll stop doing it to that degree. But it
to
may
that
take him a
degree,
little
yeah.
while. Right now, he's got kitten brain.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Well, Scott, I would like to ask you, how did you come? How did your spiritual life start? What kind of brought you into being a spiritual person?
Well, I was raised in a strict Baptist home. So that was just how I was brought up. And then when I came out of college, I also came out of the closet. And the one thing that I knew is that the God that I had been taught was not the God that, I felt in my heart, that there was something wrong with the way that I had been taught. It's not what I believed.
Right.
So went to Florida and got kind of crazy, and I was, feeling my wild oats, and I was agnostic for a long time. I still am agnostic in some ways,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess it was about 2 years ago. I shattered my ankle just being mean and walking on black ice that I didn't realize was black ice, and I tripped and
Interesting.
slammed down and on it, and now I have an Inspector Gadget foot. But anyway, so I was in the bed for about 3 to 4 months. Could
That's
just
a long
barely get
time.
on it, and had to have several weeks where I couldn't be on it at all. And I started watching videos, and I was introduced to Christina Lopes, and I found her channel. I found out I was an empath, and it just kind of went from there. But I had no idea that it would lead me to believing the things that I believe and being okay with that, because I had turned my back on religion and spirituality altogether. In fact, I thought she was a Christian, and I turned her off and said, I'm not going to listen to this anymore. And I'm like, maybe I'll listen to one more. And then she's like, I'm not a Christian. This is the difference between, Christianity and how people were raised with that, and what I, am telling you. And this is that's what the difference was. So I learned it all online, basically.
So your spiritual journey it started as a young person, but it got turned off because of what you
Mm-hmm.
learned.
And there was always something wrong too, Deb, with it. It was like, okay, I believe all of this, but why am I feeling the way I do, right? Why
Mhm.
am I, having feelings for guys when I'm being told that homosexuality is wrong? And it was
Right.
basically the judgment in there that was bringing me to a point of questioning
The
everything.
control.
The control, yes, absolutely. And that's what I love about this community, that I love about spirituality, is there's no judgment. If there is some judgment, then it's a whole lot less than is out there in
Well, and it's on an
other
individual
communities.
level. It's not on an institutional level. It's individually people may harbor just judgments because it's something that they haven't worked through yet.
Yeah,
But
it's like a reflection of yourself, what you see in other people a lot of times,
exactly,
isn't it?
exactly.
I learned
But
that the hard way.
on the big picture level, there's not judgment. We
Right.
try to reflect love, because
Yep.
everything that's not based in love is based in fear.
I
That's how
believe that as well.
that's
Yes.
how they that's what they use to control. It's fear.
Right.
So fear turns to hatred, and
Yep.
then that's how they get in there and use that. So,
Right. And there's no other option, because when you're in like the kind of environment I was in, I'm not saying for all Christianity is like this, but the Southern Baptist, you believed exactly what everybody else believed, and if you didn't, you were wrong. There's no
exactly.
gray. It's black or white, and there's still this whole area up here is very red. And even though Virginia is a blue state most of the time, it's because of the cities next to Washington and Norfolk and Richmond. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with the mountains of where I'm at. So we're more of a West Virginia type atmosphere here. If that makes
That's
sense.
the way
So
Texas is. It's run by, it looks red on a map. But if
yeah,
you look
yeah,
at this, if you look at the cities
it's
are blue.
blue.
The cities are blue. Most of the border towns are blue. So it's the majority of the people vote blue.
Right.
But the land, and I can never get some people to understand this. The land looks red because
Yeah.
people live on large tracts of land.
Yes. Yes.
But land doesn't vote, people vote.
Right.
Land doesn't get to have a say.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And it was really fascinating for me to learn in the 2016 election that, and of course, I was seeing all this red everywhere. Hey, Tana, let's say hi to Tana. They're coming in.
Hi,
Anybody I
Tana.
missed?
There you are. Hang on, I'll bring you back, Sherry. Hi, Tana.
So yeah, when you looked at a map, you would, like you said, you would see red states, and then you would see red areas, and those are a lot of times the rural areas, like right here,
Absolutely.
and the cities would be blue. And the interesting thing, that I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole or anything, but the blue cities, were all the main cities. That is where the people with education are, for the most part, who have had education past high school, who have had college. Not trying to put judgment on people who have not had that, but the more educated you are, the more it was likely that you were going in one direction, if that makes sense. And those that did not are.
And the
in
more
rural
you
places.
expose yourself to other people, to other cultures, Juno's saying that she lives in what she thought was a totally red area,
Mm-hmm.
but she spoke to someone at the Democratic headquarters last week and
Wow.
found that it is actually a third Republican, a third Democrat, and a third independent. And
Wow.
that's a lot of what Texas is. Most of the people in the cities, though, are blue.
Mm-hmm.
But they manipulate the people in charge here are so manipulative that they find ways to purge the voter rolls or say these people can't vote because, or
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to count those mail-in ballots. So they find ways. They'll put like one drop-off box for mail-in ballots in the city of Houston, which is the fourth largest city in the country. They put one
Wow. Okay.
drop-off box
Yeah.
because they know that people won't travel. It takes, an hour and a half to drive across Houston, across the city. So people aren't going to do that
Yeah, I
because
didn't
they
know
have to
that.
drop it in that drop box.
Yeah, that's about as far into politics as I went, and I was kind of sad. I was kind of mad at myself for going that far, because it does become pessimistic, doesn't it? At
It
least for
does. And
me, when you're looking at the news all the time. I don't look at the news. I look at the news when I hit Google or get my email, and it shows me one article, and I'll just look at it and be like, oh, that sucks, and I'll go on, because I try to keep my vibration kind of out of that. But
yeah, exactly.
it's hard to do.
It's here in Texas. We have to do this all the time. Cardamancy Mesquite says she checks her voter registration every month,
Oh,
and
that's
we have
interesting.
to because they will knock us off, and we
Really?
won't know that we're not registered until we go to vote.
That's crazy.
That happens all the time.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of that.
That's how they go to extremes here to make sure that they stay in power. I don't think it's going to work this time. So,
Right.
Teresa said, did not blame your mom. I feel religion should not be forced on someone. Oh, yeah. She doesn't. Sherry had said her mom was open-minded, and
Hmm.
religion shouldn't be forced on a person. It should be a free choice.
Right.
And
Right.
and that's how my parents raised me. It was my choice. Whatever I wanted to do, that's what they were supportive of it. Whatever
Right.
I wanted to explore, they were. And if they had, the only time I ever encountered resistance, which was when I looked into what I basically am now, but my mother didn't didn't like it, is Buddhism, and
Hmm.
I tend to follow that. Which, and Buddhism isn't really a religion; it's a philosophy.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, absolutely.
but she was frightened of it because it was like I guess it's threatening. Yes, I guess it's threatening to someone who has been brought up in a very strict religious background.
Especially, yeah, yeah, the Christians and the Baptists, especially. I just know of that because that's my area. But you look into Buddhism or, for, for God's sake, you wouldn't be looking into tarot. That's wrong. That's just wrong because it's not what you were taught, and you're not supposed to even go there. So,
Exactly.
it's wrong. Yeah, Buddhism is wrong because that's not, it says in the Bible this, and so this, and it's all black and white, kind
And
of.
it's not even that's what's so interesting to me, is that it's not even a religion, it's a philosophy. and
Yeah, no,
and
Buddha never called himself a god, ever.
no, no.
Never, ever.
And I have read accounts of Buddhist monks belonging to an actual religion but still being a Buddhist monk because they don't conflict with each other.
Right. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you can be agnostic and be believe in Buddhist philosophies. You can be, whatever. It's very non-judgmental, which I really like. So if I did have to pick one that was kind of, but like you said, I don't even call it a religion either. It's really not. Is Buddhism. There's so much wisdom that comes down, and learning about meditation and yoga. That's all from Buddhism. So,
There's
yeah.
and it's based on love. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's
In fact, I think one of the major sayings of Buddhism is all there is love.
Michelle's
So,
here.
hey, Michelle. Welcome, welcome.
Michelle's
Now, I
saying
haven't made any plans yet, but me and Michelle are supposed to be doing a live soon. So I wanted to, after I saw her on your channel, I wanted to invite her to come on to mine. So hopefully we'll be doing one soon, I hope.
that'll be
Uh,
cool.
yeah, definitely.
Well, so your journey brought you to you were in this accident where you broke your ankle, and now you're basically in bed for several months, and you're
Right.
starting to explore.
Hmm.
What made you decide you could read cards?
Very interesting, because when I came out of college and went to Florida, I had a friend who was a witch, and she asked me if she could, read for me. So she read for me, and I thought it was really neat. It was interesting, but it just wasn't something that I decided to keep pursuing because I wanted to go out and have a good time all the time. I was partying all the time. And
Right.
so after I'd had kind of my spiritual awakening a couple years ago, um, just decided it was 2020 or 20, yeah, 2020 and December of 2020. So it was in the middle of COVID. I was working from home and just looking for it. And I was like, what about tarot? I wonder if that's connected to spirituality in any way. And I got down that rabbit hole and have not looked back. So,
So, and it's a very good way to connect with our own spiritual team, to
right.
find out. A lot of people do it to begin with to find out where they are
Right.
on their journey and on their path, and to try to get advice of how they should walk in
Exactly. Yeah.
spirituality.
And it
And
definitely helps that way. And also, just the beauty of the different artists. And I wasn't an artist kind of person, and not into art, didn't want to go to any galleries or anything like that. Then I started seeing these beautiful artworks on artwork on the tarot and then the oracle cards, and it got me hooked. And that's why I'm kind of a collector and a reader at the same time, because I have some that I don't use, but I get them out very often and look at them, and they're part of my collection, my hobby. So didn't mean to cut you off though.
no,
Sorry
you're
about
fine.
that.
You're fine. It's a conversation. So, Sarah Carter, hi,
Hi,
Sarah,
Sarah.
has said her epiphany was when she felt connected to be a coroner, but then realized how much schooling it cost.
Right.
Then thought about a mortuary or a mortician.
Interesting.
Is that a life path that you continued down? Um, I'm interested because I worked in that industry for a time,
Oh
and
wow.
uh,
Yeah.
uh, it was it's a rewarding kind of work
Really.
because
Yeah.
you're doing you're doing a service for a family at their most vulnerable,
Yeah.
and they are. It takes the right kind of person to work in that industry. It has to be something that you. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people that will take advantage of you in that industry, because there are. There are
Right.
charlatans in every industry, and it's really easy to take advantage of somebody who's grieving. But most people aren't that way that work.
Right. We had a great one with my mom, so yeah, I understand that
Um,
definitely. Um.
Sherry,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to read Sherry's comment. She said that she would say that she's spiritual, Hindu, Buddhist, pagan, Wiccan, friend of Jesus, and she's incorporated bits and pieces from all of those paths into what fits her, and that is the definition of eclectic.
Absolutely, yeah,
That's
and
an
it's funny because I was actually, as we were both speaking at the same time, I was going
mhm.
to read her comment because I resonate so much with that, and that's how I believe. I believe there are bits and pieces of truth in so many different things, and not one thing is evil. Because it's outside of what one person believes.
The
We
norm.
all
Mhm.
have the ability to resource in different ways, completely different ways. And I think there is good in the Bible. I think there's good in, all kinds of different religions, but I don't believe all of it. But that's just my own thing. But I have no judgment for those who do. Unfortunately,
Exactly.
we sometimes get that judgment back, don't we? And that's when it's
Uh,
tricky, when it's your family. And
We do, and sometimes it's even within the community. Sometimes
yeah.
there are gatekeepers, but that's for a
Yep.
different day. But
Yeah.
um, for the most part, I think a lot of us in this community identify in that way as an eclectic person that has found pieces of truth in lots of different places and
Yeah.
incorporated that into our own lives. Whatever resonates with you inside your own soul and your own heart, that's what you should do. That's the
Right.
path you should go on. And if you walk
Absolutely.
it for a while and you come to decide that maybe that's not the right way, you'll go off on a different path.
Hmm.
There's no harm, no foul. That's you walk
Yeah.
your own path in your own way.
There's no judgment.
Exactly.
There's no judgment.
And
That's what's beautiful about spirituality to me.
that's what I love about it too, is that
Hi, Wendy.
whoever you are, where is she? There she is. I missed her coming in.
She's lurking at work, I think.
Yeah, just there she is. Hi, Wendy. I was talking and not looking.
Oh you're fine.
Sherry says in high school she decided to look at religions on her own.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and I did that too. I did that. I actually started before high school, but I was looking for a long time. Susan Beckett says, when you discount an entire belief system because you don't agree with part of it, you lose the opportunity to grow. I think that's
Yep.
absolutely true. Hi, Susan.
Absolutely.
It's nice to
100%.
have you here. But I agree with that wholeheartedly, that it's there. I want, or at least I want to believe that all the religions started out wanting to do the right thing, to enlighten people, to help people, um, to connect with a higher power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But men were involved. And when I say men, I don't mean men as a gender, I mean humankind was
Humankind, right.
involved. And we know that there are a lot of humans that allow power to corrupt them.
Right.
And so belief systems are very easy to manipulate because people want to believe and not necessarily do the research.
Yep.
So they are able to be controlled in some cases, in a lot of cases, just by someone who appears to be an authority
Right.
saying this is what this means.
I feel fortunate that I am a gay man, because if I was not a gay man, I don't know that I would have done the questioning that I did, and I might be stuck in that same, religious circle that you get trapped in with, especially with, I keep saying Baptist, and that's just what I know, where you can't look at other religions or be open like all these people are saying they were able to do. You can't do that because that's wrong. That's just wrong, and that's the way it is, and there's no ands, ifs, buts about it. You believe what you're taught to believe, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I have an advantage for being a gay man, that I said, wait a minute, something's off.
Right.
Something's off.
Well, and even if you look at what the Bible says, there's nothing in there that says to hate a person for any reason.
For any reason, right.
For any reason. And
Mm-hmm.
just because you disagree with them or their way of life,
Mm-hmm.
there still should be no judgment. It's people have forgotten how to disagree
Mm-hmm.
and just be okay with that. It's okay if we don't
Yeah.
see the same thing eye to eye on everything. But I think we're trying to get back to that. We're trying to make it okay again to be
Right.
able to be an individual.
Look how many people are finding spirituality, or finding hope through the tarot and other forms. It's really, especially in cities. But that's why I want to get to a city soon. But because you have more opportunity, you can have shops, that you can go to, and all that. So I can't wait to get back to that. So
Exactly, Angela. Cardamancy Mesquite said a lot of churches preach hate. And that's
they do.
not, I don't believe the founders of any religion wanted that to be done.
Yep, and that's a trap.
They wanted to spread love. They didn't want to spread hate.
It's a
So,
trap. That's what it is. Definitely, I
oh,
agree.
well, what do you think? Should we open up? Well, hang on. Let me just do this real quick. Juno says, doing tarot journaling daily has gifted me with the best therapy sessions I have ever experienced, because it doesn't lie. The cards don't lie.
Right.
We may interpret them in a different way than they were meant, but the cards themselves don't lie.
Right, that is very true. Nancy is so funny. I've known Nancy for a while, and when I was talking about the wanting to get to a city, she put Asheville, Scott, and Asheville um, is a pretty neat little tiny city that's very progressive in the middle of North Carolina. It's
Oh yeah.
this blue, beautiful blue city that has shops everywhere, and Nancy happens to be close by. I'll have to think of that. I haven't even thought about that. That could be a
Asheville, isn't
place.
Asheville,
It's in the mountains of North
isn't that
Carolina.
where all the nuclear physicists live? I want to say
I don't
it's got,
know
I want to
about
say that
that.
Asheville has one of the highest concentration of highly intelligent people living in it than almost anywhere in the United States.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
Um, and
I would agree with
so
that.
when you get that, they are going to be more progressive because they think outside the box.
Right, right, absolutely. And Wendy said that if it doesn't affect your life, what do you care? And I get that because there's so many people they feel like it's their mission, it's their duty, because they believe a certain way, and you have to believe that way or you're lost
Exactly.
forever and you're going to go down to a lake of fire. You have to get all the people that you care about to believe the exact same way. That's why they care. And it's
Exactly.
a trap. It's just a trap.
It is a trap because that's why they're so zealous about trying to get you to convert because
Right.
they believe they're trying to save your soul.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it's trying to. There she is. Silver 1111 is here. Hi, Silver. Let's see. Juno says that tarot cards are the playmates she never had as a kid, always there, ready to play, and never let her down. So
I love that. I love that.
that is an amazing observation, and it's true.
That's beautiful. That's exactly how I feel too. That's awesome.
Um, well,
Okay, Wendy, we'll see you soon. Wendy has to go back to work.
bye, Wendy. Don't work too hard. Um, I'm going to open up the chat and ask if anyone would like to ask a question or have a
Yep.
card or a message. And if you would like that or enjoy that, let us know. And
Definitely. Yeah, I've got mine ready to go.
thank you, Jackie. Please type your question in all caps so the old lady can see them.
Wow, look at what Juno. You might have it up there. Yeah, you do. Yeah,
In a
we're the
shamanic
same one.
journey on Saturday, when we start to read, our cards are going to say the same thing because we're on the same wavelength.
We are. We're looking at the same thing at the same time.
In a shamanic journey on Saturday, the tarot card characters came to life and began moving around. It was so cool. That is cool.
Yeah. And Sherry, just as you said that, I started shuffling. So I need them in my hands too. I love something to shuffle.
Okay.
It's like they're calling to you, isn't it? Teresa wants cards.
I got.
Juno.
Let me take that off of there, and let's see. I've got Juno and Teresa so far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Juno first because she popped up first.
And Silver 1111.
Silver 1111.
Oh, a birthday message from my dad. Oh, is it your birthday today,
that's
Silver?
Cool. Is it your birthday or your dad's birthday?
This is from my dad. Birthday message from my dad.
Happy birthday. Well, let's go back to where'd you go? Juno. I had Juno first, so let's do Juno first. Juno sphere. Hi, Thayer. Thank you for joining us. Are you ready, Scott?
I sure am.
I'm
Whenever
just looking over the. Go right ahead if you're ready. I'm just looking to see if I got everyone.
Okay, so Juno, what I did is since I saw your name and actually I heard it that Deb said Juno Sphere, and I looked over my cards and I had the Oracle of the Angels that I'm working with, and has a sword. There's this that reminds me of a sphere. Not the same thing, I get it, but it called me to want to read from you for you from this deck. So I pulled 4 cards from for you. I got higher thought. Okay, so meditation comes to mind right away here, and being in the now, right? And then you got opportunity. So there's an opportunity coming for you very soon. All right, so be on the lookout for that. How do you get there? I think you get there by having the awareness of signs, synchronicities, is what I'm hearing, is going to be very prominent in your life over the next couple of days. Look for signs, okay? And what's this new opportunity going to do is going to bring comfort to your life and to others. Okay, so this is something very important, because I believe it's not only just going to help you, it's going to help other people, because you're able to share that. And the teachers are the let me say that backwards. I was saying it backwards. The learners are also become teachers and can help other people once they're ready. So that's what I got for you there with those 4.
So, the first card I drew was the star.
Oh.
That's you. You are the star.
Mm-hmm.
You might feel like you've missed some opportunities, but just remember to turn around and look at those 2 cups behind you, because they are full and ready for you to use. And then I got the Lover's card. So I know you've been teaming up with Wisdom Seeker Joan, but you're going to do, and you've
Cool.
done some things with Danny, Bathrobe Tarot, and a few others, and you're going to continue those collaborations. You have so much to offer, because I also drew the Peacock card, and it's splendor and the divine. And that is what you bring. You bring splendor to the divine in your messages that you give. So I think that all of that leads back to you being the star.
That's awesome.
And that's what I got.
Juno said the synchronicities are coming about all the time, and I just want to mention Juno Sphere. I'm watching the chat, but I have on YouTube, and I have not seen you in the chat a lot, but I just subscribed to you, so just wanted to let you know that.
Deanne said that my second card implied missed opportunity, and your second card was opportunity. But I think
Yep.
it is missed opportunity, but there's still opportunity to be had.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So, okay.
Yep.
I hope
I
that
agree,
that
Dean.
resonated with you, Juno. The peacock is very important to the myth about the goddess Juno. Oh, that's very cool. I didn't know that.
One of my friends just came in, who is one of my, I hate to say real life, because we're all real, but the wonderful friend of mine who I used to work with, Becca Jones, just came in and would like a card. Hi, my dear. Thank you for
Hi,
coming.
Becca. Have you starred?
And make sure you
Okay.
subscribe to Deb H, Becca.
Hang on. Oh, yeah. Deanne was saying she thinks that those cards aligned perfectly or beautifully. You
Yeah.
know, I agree with you completely about that, Deanne.
Yep, me too.
You're welcome, Juno. Okay, Teresa is next.
All right, Teresa. Anything
Cards,
specific?
please, and thank you.
Okay.
And she always says please and thank you. Okay, Teresa. We're glad you're awake, Becca.
Wait. Wait to catch this one yet. I think she was going to come yesterday, but I went a little bit early. I went at 9.
Whenever you're ready, Scott, go ahead. I'm just shuffling.
Okay. I got one tarot for you, and I'm going to pull an oracle as well here. Let me just show you your tarot, because this is from the Super Attractors, I believe is what they're called. No, this is the Affirmation tarot. And look at that. It's awesome. Look at that little mouse. 6 of Wands. You got the victory card.
Victory.
So the things that you are going to be working on today, I look at this as today, unless someone asks for something specific a week or whatever. So I look at this as today. Today, there's victory to be had, just to be open to that. And you got an oracle card here, Wizard of the Woods. So he says focus. So focus on that victory. Put all your intentions in that. Okay? And then you also got the Daffodil Fairy, new beginnings. Right? So this is going to be a victorious day for you. I think you're going to find something new, and you're going to have a different focus here. And look, as the wizard is someone with a lot of wisdom, and I feel like that's you. You have a lot of wisdom that you can share with others, and definitely that's going to lead you down the path of victory here, and put a smile on your face and on others as well. So that's what I got for you.
Very cool. So, not to sound like a broken record, but first I got the moon, which is mystery and looming change.
Oh, that is pretty.
Then I get Poe, time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. And
wow.
Finally, I got the mountains, to stand your ground. So, I think you have something coming up. I think something's about to change. You're about to take a slightly different path. You're going to do something new and different. And when you do, if you meet resistance, stand your ground.
Yep. Very much like the it can be the 7 or the 9 of Wands, right?
Very much, yes. I was thinking that our cards
matching up, yeah.
are talking to each other.
Yeah, definitely. The lot of Wands energy is what I'm feeling with that. With Teresa today. Yeah.
So
definitely.
That's fun. I hope that resonated with you, Teresa. She said she loved the cards. She loved yours and mine.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay, next is Silver 1111. And she wants a birthday message from her dad, whose name is Leo.
So is Silver's birthday, right?
It's Silver's birthday, yes.
Happy
tomorrow.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Silver. Come on, over here so I can see. Thank you for putting everybody's links to their channels in the chat, Jackie. Thank you very much. And thank you, Becca, for subscribing to
Thanks,
me.
Becca. Thanks, Jackie. Awesome.
Oh, you're welcome, Silver. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
Go ahead and go first if you'd
You
like.
want me to go first? I'll
Sure.
go first. Well, what I'm hearing and seeing is that you are the medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing, Silver. You know things maybe before they happen, or you know that they are happening. You also need to, while you're taking care of everyone else, take care of your own needs, because you got the winter card. And then these two cards came out together. So the first was Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. And the second was the Moon, take note of intuitive messages. So I think that you are, that your dad is telling you that you are more intuitive than you know,
Mm-hmm.
that you are getting messages all the time. So remember to look for them. And when you see them, believe they are the messages. Don't just dismiss it as coincidence or um, happenstance, something that just happened, because you really do have the power inside of you. If you are the medicine mother, you are a healer.
Mm-hmm.
But remember that you need to take care of yourself to be able to heal others. And I think your dad is really proud of you and pointing you toward having, believing in yourself, believe in yourself, and believe in what you can do. And that's what I got. Bye, Swampy. Swampy 63 is here.
Here, Wendy. So Wendy wanted to say hi to Sunny here. So what I got for you, Silver, is I got that your dad wants you to know that he is in between worlds. Just because he's gone does not mean he's not with you. So he is with you still. He's in between worlds. His spirit is still acting and being very active in your life right now. And then I got a higher power. So there's a higher power that is working through you. And I got the same thing that Deb was saying about, the being the, I think it was the thinker and the medicine mother, and being empathic thinking. So you got the thinker and also serendipity. So your dad wants you to know that he's going to be dropping some signs in for you. These are like synchronicities that will come out of the blue. And these are big things that will be happening for you and to you that will bring you even closer to Source. And in the meantime, you're going to get closer to your dad because he is part of Source as well. Okay,
Exactly.
so that's what I got for you.
I hope that resonates with you, and happy birthday. Let us know if you get some signs from your dad.
Yes, definitely. That's cool. And happy birthday.
So next is Jackie. Jackie
Okay. Put you down for any Jackie.
would like a card. Okay, let's see what
Let's step here.
Jackie. Aw. Well, I'm glad they're happy tears, Silver. You're welcome.
Oh, that's sweet.
Whenever
You're
you're
welcome,
ready,
Silver.
Scott.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. So, Jackie, I got the first card I pulled from the Forest Oracle for you, the Sacred Forest, and I got Storm Spirit and Chaos. Okay, so I think there's been some chaos in the past. This is in the past position. Okay, so no worries because I believe this is already passed, but it came up as a reminder for you for a reason. And then I have the Spirit Guardian of Winter, and it says Retrieve. And it makes me think, that there's a new home coming for you, and that is something that's going to take place before winter, and to be looking for that. Okay, and it's going to be a retreat. It's going to be your safe haven, right? And then, and I'm adding a little bit because I know that Jackie is looking for a new place soon. So I think that fits perfectly with that. So that's why I just wanted to say it. And the raven spirit, look at this, is truth. And there's messages from the other side. That's what a raven is a messenger from the other side, letting you know the spirit has something for you and saying that they have the truth. So what I'm thinking, Jackie, is, you know how I was talking in the beginning about how I had to look, at all different things and at all different angles and decide what I believed was the truth. And I'm still doing that. And I think that's what this is calling you to do as well, is to look and see, what do I believe without anybody's judgment whatsoever? What do I really believe, and what is important to me, and what can I accomplish, going forward? So that's what I've got for you.
Scott, oh my gosh.
What have we got?
I got, my first card was Sea Storm
What?
on Chaos.
Wow.
And Jackie, you have been going through it, but and you have experienced. I also got the Mary Shelley card, which is loss, but it's also transformations and the cycle of life. So remember that whenever we have loss, it's an opportunity for gain. That it's an opportunity to grow, and out of that chaos comes calm, because you are the winged seer. You see clearly and have clairvoyance. So
We're kind of in sync.
I also felt like I needed to draw a card from my angels and ancestors. And I got the Medicine Guardian and the Shaolin Master together. Be open to healing. Allow yourself to be healed. And do it with grace. Because the movement and action will help you on your healing journey. And that's what I got.
Awesome. Talk about being synchronicities, being in sync there.
That is so amazing when you started to talk and show your cards.
I forgot to say hi to Swampy. I think you already did. Hi, Swampy.
Hi, Swampy. I said hi, but hi again, Swampy.
Can I ask, what is the one tarot deck that you're working with besides
Which
the
one?
Lucha? It
I
had
don't,
the first moon card that you pulled.
the
Not
first
the
moon
angels
card
and
I pulled
ancestors, but the other one.
is the Literary Witches Oracle, and it's a
Ooh.
huge deck, and it's all literary figures. They're all female literary figures.
Yeah.
And it's a very minimalistic deck.
Is that
And
the one
then,
that had the huge moon on it?
uh-huh.
Okay. All right. That was beautiful.
And besides the literary figures, then there are what they call tools.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be and they're just minimalistic drawings with keywords. And it's the most amazing deck
That's
because
awesome.
it speaks to me. And it's called the Literary Witches Oracle.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I like that.
All right. Thank you for your question, Jackie, and I hope that resonated with you. And that brings us up to Becca, who would like a card, please. I don't
My
see
pleasure.
Jackie in the comments, so I hope we didn't I hope we didn't break Jackie.
I'm sure we didn't. She's probably typing in something now. She was busy putting in links for everybody.
She was very busy putting in links for everybody. Aw, I'm glad, Jackie. Thank you for asking. Okay, there's Becca. And interesting. Are you ready?
Sure, yeah.
Since
Want
you
me
know
to go?
Becca, since you know Becca, and this is my first time meeting her, I'll let you go first.
I'd love to. Thank you. So, Becca, I felt like you were listening really hard to Jackie's reading because I'm getting a very similar vibe. I've got Believe. Look how beautiful that card is. It's just gorgeous. And I think that Source wants you to question what you believe right now, and that's okay. I really do think that just like as Jackie, you need to look into what you believe, why you believe it, and is that the truth? Right. So I got that. I got the higher thought card again. So looking at something more than just what's here, but what you cannot see as well, and what you really believe about that. I mean, we know that the wind is there, but can we see it? No. But you know it's there, especially during a storm, right? And then you have an opportunity coming up, and I believe if you tap into this energy, you're going to see that. But I know you asked for one, but I drew you five. And you've got the light. So there's something that's going to dawn on you that's going to bring a higher ascension and, bring you into a new focus that you did not have before. I'm thinking something along the lines of being able to make something complete and I don't want to go too much. We know each other, so if you want to or drop me a message, I do have more. But because it's personal, I'm going to leave it at that. But something needs to be complete, and I do believe that that's something that is going to happen once you start looking in a little bit of a different direction. All right, here we go.
All right, my cat has decided to make all kinds of noise. So
Mine actually laid down and is still for once.
Becca, the first card I got was Alejandra. I hope I'm going to say this correctly. Pizamic, and she represents solitude, but also silence and space. So I think you might be in a place where you're thinking a lot about what may be coming up. Then I pulled, these two cards came out together. I got Eclipse Mermaid and Lantern Fairy. And the Eclipse Mermaids is a powerful energy shift. And then the Lantern Fairy is a clear solution. So there's something going on that's changing, and you're thinking about it. But don't worry, because you will make the right decision. Magic Guardian was my final card, and this card says unlock the magic within. So I do think that something is changing. You're taking it very seriously, but don't worry about your decision because it will be the right one.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. Thayer, I believe Thayer, yes.
And Tana, I believe, I see Tana's there as well.
Tana too, let me find Tana.
It's a couple down from Thayer.
Here she is. Whoops. And I got you, Tana.
And I look like Drew Carey. I want to look like Drew Carey. Here we go. He's pretty good looking. That's fine with me.
Wait, I missed something.
You're welcome, Becca.
Okay. I had a falling out with a friend a while back, and it cost my whole friendship. So I hope that doesn't happen for you. We'll see what the cards have to say.
Same here. It's interesting because I just had one about a month ago with a friend who had been best friends with, I thought so, for like 20 some years. So I understand, and hopefully it won't be like that there.
It happens, and sometimes it happens for a reason.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. When one person is taken out of our life and they're not meant to be there anymore, that means it's opening up room for someone else or something else that's greater. So
it doesn't make it any less painful.
No. It's very painful.
Okay.
Especially if you're going through something and you need a friend and that friend is no longer there.
Yes. Or something happens where that friend has always been there before, and for that particular thing that happens. I'm going to go ahead and go, Scott,
Yeah,
because
please.
I did a whole spread for this.
Awesome.
Um, Thayer, you're sitting on justice. I think your friend might need a new point of view about something. This, whatever you had the falling out over, your friend maybe needs to step back and see the whole picture. Um, it had been the Two of Cups and the Sun
Mm.
at the base of the reading and crowning the reading, that it had been this really rock solid, good relationship. Um, but some views were taken that were a little rigid when it was time to take the leap. So, because of the rigid thinking, this new direction was being, um, that's the Fool card. I had that was the King of Swords, and that's the Fool. Um, you need to go on this new direction. This is your path. The rigid thinking is in the past. It needs to stay in the past. The energy surrounding you is the world. So it's the end of the cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Um, the energy surround the outside energy. Now, I don't, if anybody that knows me with this deck knows that I don't read these cards um, in reverse, because the back of the card doesn't reverse. That's the back of the
Right.
card. Um, but this one came up reversed, and it's the Three of Pentacles. So the plans have maybe gone a little off. The and there you're worried about the fire. You're worried about what's the action that's about to take place. But don't be, because you are the Queen of Pentacles. Your outcome is going to be the just and righteous one. And if your friend can't see that your path needs to go this way, then you may have to leave them for a while and let them come back later if they so desire.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to do what you need to do. And it may be painful, but I think that yeah, after a struggle, you will have the high ground. That's on the bottom of the reading. That's the energy for the reading. So there, I'm just going to tell you, do what you need to do, because you can't live someone else's life and they can't live yours. So you have to go with what your instinct is telling you. And you know that. You know that your instincts are right most of the time. So that's what I got. Hi, Andrea.
Hey, Andrea. Okay, so very similar reading that I got there that Deb just gave you. So in the past position, she had the Two of Cups and the Sun. I got happy. Okay, so this is definitely someone that you were happy with, that you had a great friendship with. I do think that you're headed in a new direction. Okay, and I do think that's without this friend for now. Like Deb said, it could be coming back later, but you need to do what you need to do. And I think what you need to do is imagine what kind of friend that you want. What are the kinds of people that you want to be around? And I got no place like home. This is where it gets a little, it got a little iffy for me. I was like, okay, what does this mean? And I think that the friendship is going to come from someone in or something inside your home. And this whole chat has been filled with animals crawling this way, that way, the other way, and talking about the animals and putting the animals in the chat. I think it might be an animal that brings you that friendship, or you may already have an animal. And the last, you got the yin card, which is female. So I think you've got a female energy that's going to come in, and this might even be, one that's crossed over, but they're going to come into your home and make you feel um, that presence that you feel like you've lost, in the friend. You're going to just imagine and keep your focus, just like Deb said, do what you need to do as far as setting your intentions on something higher than something with negative energy. Transform that energy. Metatron is a wonderful angel. He is one of the archangels, and I keep this for Metatron. Metatron transforms energy, and it's usually when it's in my stomach is when I feel it. I feel it in my stomach, and it's just like that negative energy just kind of sits there, right? And what you can do is you can just take any stone. He does have a kind of a white presence that comes around him. So I use this stone, but you can use any stone, and you can transform that from your stomach region into your heart space and make that turn into love. Okay, because that's what I think needs to happen. And then something magical is going to occur, because you're going to be attracting a lot of light and love into your life again. So that's what I got.
Thayer said dog walking friend. So accurate.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Susan Beckett asked, which deck was that from? The No Place Like Home card.
This is the Wisdom of the Oracle from Colette Baron Reed. Here's the box. Here you can get it on Amazon. Let me show you the box here. There we go. This was my first Oracle, and I actually messed it up because I tried to trim and edge it, and I just made a big old mess. It was the first one I tried. So I put it on my wish list just a couple of days ago, and one of my subscribers bought it for me. So I'm like, oh, now I've got the real thing that I can work with again. So it's a miracle this deck is here, but it's beautiful. So,
Well, she said we were both accurate.
that's awesome.
Thank you for your question, Thayer.
Yeah, thanks, Thayer.
Thayer, now a shameless plug here, Thayer is going to be a guest on my channel on Friday afternoon.
Oh, awesome.
So,
does Thayer have their own channel?
She does not have her own channel, but
okay. I'll look
we're
forward to that,
working on her. She needs to have her own channel because she is a very good medium.
Awesome.
Very good medium.
Interesting to meet you. Karen Johnson, or Karen Robinson is here. Hey, Karen. Is this a truth show? 2 Scorpios doing readings. I didn't know you were a Scorpio, Deb.
I am. I'm a double Scorpio, Scott. I'm a Scorpio sun and Scorpio rising.
Bless
so
your
what
heart,
you see
man.
is all Scorpio.
Wow. What's your moon?
My moon is Pisces, so all water.
All water. Wow. And I thought I would have had a lot of emotion building up. But yeah, Scorpio, Sun, everything else, all 3 are Capricorn, including the true north, the north node.
Well, there's a Scorpio too.
Oh, cool. Got the Scorpio gang here.
And Andrea said that for her, it took a look into herself, into self, to be sure that I am aware of the part of falling out, and I clear my energy and amends just to keep my own vibration clear and clean. That's excellent advice.
Yeah.
That make sure that you are at peace and your vibration hasn't been interrupted. It's an excellent piece of advice.
Yep.
Um, Tana would like a message from her mom this morning. So,
Okay. I was getting ready to write Tana because she asked, where did I get the wall hanging in the
oh,
background?
do you want to talk about your wall hanging?
Oh, I was just going to let her know where it came from. I put it on my wish list. I thought it was beautiful. And Jackie, actually, in chat, the wonderful Jackie Jacaranda got that for me. So that
It is a
is,
beautiful wall hanging.
and there's two of them, actually. There's a smaller one, and I made the smaller one into an altar. So, as my altar cloth. And so, yeah, it's pretty cool. But thank you for asking.
Tana is the last question I have, Starred. If anyone else would like to have a card, please feel free to put it in chat. And oh, thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, see that there.
It's a beautiful hanging, wall hanging. Are you ready? You want me
I
to go
am
first?
ready.
You
You
want to
go
go
right
first?
ahead.
Okay.
You go right ahead.
I get from your mom that you're the high priestess, that you need to step into and harness your power, because the shield maiden is telling you to make plans and focus. And this is really interesting, Tana, because the last card I pulled, two cards came out. And the first was the Peacekeeper, which is let go of the need to be right. But the second was the Animal Guardian, to trust your instincts. So if you can balance the need to be right and letting go of that with trusting your instincts, then that will help you on your journey to step into being the Shield Maiden and then the High Priestess.
It's beautiful.
It's all inside of you. You just have to do it. Bye, Sherry.
Bye, Sherry. All right.
I was married to a Scorpio. He definitely was not as nice as the Scorpios I've met here. There is, from watching Joyce All Knowing, talks about how people can be the ill-dignified version of a sign or a number, and people who are ill-dignified are the opposite of what they're supposed to be. And
exactly.
so there are a lot of them out there, a lot of them.
And Scorpio, like any other sign, can be nasty down in the low vibrational, area. Just say it how it is. It can be nasty, but at the same time, when it's at the high vibrational energy, you got one of the most loyal and loving and empathic friends that you will ever have if you find one up there in that plane, because that's how they are.
We as Scorpios know that Scorpios can be brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
if you don't learn to harness that side, it can be very unpleasant.
Right.
Very unpleasant.
But it's the opposite when you find one on the other end. So
Exactly.
yeah, just like you. So there we go. So I had a squirrel thought there for a minute. Okay, Tana, what I got, I had a squirrel moment. What I got though is really spot on from what Deb said as well. But what I know of you, you are very generous. Look there, you got the maple spirit. This is in the past position. So I believe your mom might have taught you to be generous, right? So she wants to let you know that your generosity is paying off and she notices. Okay. And then I got the retreat card and it says the spirit guardian of winter. So I'm thinking for you, that this needs to be a time where you kind of meditate. This is a hermit type of card for me, that you're going to go to your retreat and that you're going to discover something new, just like, you know, just like Deb was saying. And I almost threw up the card like this when Deb said focus, because I got focus. So
Yes.
that's what you need to do in your woods, because in the woods is where the retreat looks like it is. And this can be, inside your own space, wherever, but it's going to be something where you need to find your focus. And look here, new beginnings, something new is going to be popping up. And so your mom wants you to take some time for yourself, time to focus on the things that you want to accomplish, focus on your life purpose, focus on the
Yes.
generosity and how you can implement that into your life. And then a new beginning will start for you. This is in the future position, the near
That's it.
future. Okay,
Step
so
into
that's
your
what I got.
power.
Yes.
Step into it.
Yes.
Take it. Take possession of it and own it.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. We have
Bye, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. We have one more. Swampy would like a card.
Okay.
And have a good lunch.
Hey,
Hi,
Melinda.
Melinda's
It's the
here.
same
False
time.
Teeth Real Tarot. So, Swampy. This is the deck I picked up. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay. Well. Are you ready, or do you want me to go first?
You go first. You seem like
Okay.
you're ready.
Swampy, you have that foundation, that happy foundation that is going to lead you to the victory, the Six of Wands. And you may be looking for it now, but it is coming. This is the past where you're looking at it or looking for it, and there it is. It's coming. All because you have that strong foundation. That's what I got.
I love that. And while you're going through that, and your message for today, Swampy, I've got one card from you, and daggone it, I wish I had this card for today. I might try to draw it later, because it's time for a nap. I think that's a perfect one to close on for the day. It's Swampy. It's time for a nap. How can you be more clear than that?
Yeah.
I love it. I want this card.
That's a victory nap.
That is a victory nap. That's a Four of Swords nap. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Sip, sip.
I had so much fun today, and we seem to really read well together.
We do. It's been amazing. The synchronicities have been coming up.
I appreciate everyone in the chat
Yes.
coming and staying with us through this journey that we had this morning. And I appreciate especially Scott for coming and being my guest.
Thank you for having me.
So I don't want to keep anyone. I know. Oh, thank you, Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie.
And Swampy said, great. Scott.
So they're just happy that they get a nap today.
Thank you, Melinda. Thank you. And you know, personal stuff always takes precedent over what we're doing here. Scott's link is in the chat, in the description box, but also his link, I think Jackie has posted it. Let me see if I can find it.
I bet she'll have it up there in just a second. No,
I bet she will. And Scott's got some things in the works that he's his brainchild of how his shows are going. See, I already forgot, Scott.
No problem. I just have my regular schedule coming up. I kind of made a schedule. I'm still checking in with everybody to see if it's a good time to go, but it's going to be basically 11 a.m. So same time that we started, Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to go most days. I'm going to take like 3 days off, and I'm working those out. But right now, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think are going to be good for the days. So
very cool.
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
My schedule is kind of Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes Fridays, and occasionally Saturday or Sunday. So, and I also try to drop a recorded video on Tuesday or Wednesday. And I have not thought of a story yet for this week, so that's still coming. So,
awesome.
But we love you, and we will see you soon. Thank you, Scott. And
thank you.
bye, beautiful beings.
Bye, everybody.